A very good morning to all of you. Welcome back to the lecture number 29, in which we are going to deal with your library classes. My dear students, regarding your unsolved Java programs, we have already studied some of them in the previous lectures, and now we are left with only one question, that is question number 11. So let us see all the parts of that question number 11 in this video. See the first pattern of the program, that is this one. Now, if you see it closely, the first row we are having in uppercase, second row we are having as a lowercase, third row again uppercase, fourth again lowercase, and last fifth again uppercase. So as you can see, alternatively we are having this upper lower case. So let's see how we are going to deal with it. Okay, now see the program. You cannot it is not mandatory to write down the first line as we are not taking any input from here. Okay, so you can just skip out this import java.util for now. So see the second line, public class question number 11a. This is our class, this is our main function. The purpose is the same as we were seeing in the previous programs. Okay, now see, this is our main part of the program, that is your nested loops. So see the first loop, the bigger loop, that is I equals to 65, and this loop is running from less than 70. It means what? The value of I is changing from 65 to 69. Now why 65 to why 69? Because see, at the last, the maximum numbers of elements we are having in a row are 5. Yes, so capital A ASCII value is 65 and capital E ASCII value is 69. That is why we are using this loop from 65 to 69, and every time we are incrementing the value by 1. Okay, now see the second loop for j equals to 65. Now why we are taking this j equals to 65 every time? Because see, the first column is always A. Now, whether it is an uppercase A, whether it is lowercase a, we'll deal with it afterwards. But for now, let us see. See, the first row, the first column is A. The second column is B, then C, then D, and accordingly it is proceeding further. Okay, now we will check whether we have to take an uppercase letter or we have to take an lowercase letter. Now see, we have been checking this condition I mod 2 equal to 0. It means what? This firstly the value of I was 65. So 65 mod 2 equals to 0. The condition is false. Yes. So the element is printed out as it is on the screen. Yes, because 65 denotes capital A, so that is why over here we are converting our integer to character na. So that is why we are just taking capital A. And if you are having an even values of your I, then we are doing what? Then we are converting your character into your lowercase letter using the function. Remember, character was your wrapper class. Yes, and this toLower function is the function to convert the letter into lowercase. Okay, so that is why we are using this procedure over here, because alternatively we are getting uppercase and lowercase for now. So I think the code is clear for now. Moving forward, see, this is your second question. Now see the format. We are having an inverted triangle for now. The value is starting from capital Z and it is moving till capital U. Okay, so anyhow we are going to start our program from 90. Yes, because the capital Z denotes to 90, and accordingly then we will proceed with our nested loop. Now let us see the code. Again in this program also there is no need to write down the first line import java.util. You just start from the second line, that is class 11th B, then this main function. Now see this for loop. I equals to 86, I less than equals to 90, I plus plus. Now see, for j we are doing reverse loop. Why reverse loop? Because we are having an inverted triangle. Okay, that is why in reverse loop we are taking it out. Yes, now I equals to 86. Why? Because see in the row, we are having u, the u denotes to 86. And see this one, the first value z, z denotes to 90. Okay, now see this j in a loop. J equals to 90. Why we are using j 90? Because every time every row is starting from z. That is why j equals to 90. And this procedure is following the decrementing rule. It means inverted triangle you are having now. So that is why we are taking minus minus. Now j greater than equals to I and I minus minus. Okay, so system.out.println, again this converting, we are converting an integer into our character. Okay, now let us see, let us take the values of I and j, and then it will be clear that how we are going to get this kind of output. So see, now let us suppose here is your I and here is your j. Okay, firstly the value of I was 86. Now coming to j value was 90. Okay, now j greater than equals to 1, condition is true. So see, system.out.print char j will be printed on the screen. Now j denotes to 90 and appropriately character at 90 was capital Z, so that is why we are getting capital Z for now. Okay, now when the j's value will decrement, it means because we are having minus minus, so it becomes 89. Yes, now again it will check the condition, again the condition is true. So in the same line, because see we are not having new line over here now, so that is why in the same line it is giving you y. And again when it decremented to 88, again the condition becomes true. So again it will give you x, same way w, same way u. And when it comes to u, then again when it will decrement, it goes to 85. Now see, 85 greater than equals to 86, condition becomes false, so it will come out of the loop. And when it will come out of the loop, then this line will got execute. System.out.println, see, ln is for new line, so that is why your cursor will come in new line. Okay, again the value of I will increment, I becomes 87 for now. So see, first row we have taken. Now let us see the outputs when your I becomes 87. Now j loop will again start from 90. Yes, so condition is again true. So for the second row we are going to get z over here. Yes, again the value decrements to 89. Again the condition is true. We will be getting y. Again it will decrement. We will be getting 88. Again we will be getting x. For the value 87, we will be getting w. Now when it decrement furthermore for to 86. Now see, 86 greater than equals to 87. Condition becomes false. So it will come out of the loop, and again this line will got executed. So we come to the next line. Okay, two rows we have completed, and like this we are done with our overall inverted triangle. Okay, so this is how you are going to write down the loop for your second question. Now moving further, see the third part. Our third part is C, A B C D E, A B C A. Now in every other previous examples we were getting one less or one more in every row. Okay, if you were getting that straight triangle, then every time one value will be incremented in every row. And if you were taking the decrementing triangle or inverted triangle, then at a single time only one letter is being decremented. But over here see, at a single time two elements are being reduced. Yes, so we have to make a slight change in our for loop. Now let us see how we are going to write it. Again for this program also no need to write down this java.util class main function. Now see over here, I is 69, I greater than equals to 65, and I minus 2. This is the main thing of this program, I equals to minus 2. Because see, in every row we are having two values less than the previous one. So that is why I minus 2. Okay, so I equals to 69. Why? Because E is having 69. Now till 65 it is running. Why? Because capital A is having 65. That is why. Okay, now see, this J will be going to print it out. So J we have to start from 65. Why? Because see, for every column, for every row we are having the first element as capital A. So that is why we are running our J loop from 65 till I. Okay, and I plus plus we are going to do. Now see how we are going to get the code. over here it is I, over here it is j. Now for i's value, that is 69, the value of j will start from 65. Yes, condition is true, it is less than 69. Now we will be getting character j on the screen. J's value was 65, so we will be getting appropriate capital A on the screen. Okay, for the next iteration, j becomes 66. Okay, so for 66, again check the condition. 66 is less than equals to 69. Condition is again true. So again it will be printing on the same line because we are not having the new line. Yes, so capital B will be printed over there. Now for the value, that is 67, again check the condition. Again it is true. So we will be getting C. Again for 68 we will be getting D. Again for 69 we will be getting E. And when again it will increment to 70, then 70 is less than equals to 69, condition false. So that is why this loop will terminate and this new line will got executed. So now we are in the new line. Okay, so we have taken our first row as an output. Okay, now let us see the second line. For the updated value of I will be what? 69 minus 2. Yes, 69 minus 2 it will be. So 69 minus 2 is going to give you 67. Now again j will start from 65. Okay, so 65 is less than equals to 69, 67. Condition is again true. So again it will print char j, and now we are having what? J's value 65. So A we will be getting on the screen. Obviously in the second row we are talking. Okay, so when j plus plus will executed, so 66 is the value of j. Now again we got B. For the value that is 67, again we got C. For value 68, it becomes false. 68 is less than equals to 67, condition becomes false. So this loop will terminate and again new line will got executed. So second row also we have achieved. Yes. Now the main thing over here is that this I minus 2, we are decreasing the value every time by 2. Okay, now for the next iteration, you will be getting only A as an output. Okay, so that is how you are going to get this third output through this code. I hope the code is clear. Now moving forward to your fourth part, see, we are having PRTV. Yes, now in the previous we were having I minus 2. Yes, over here we are having only one decrementing value. Getting the point? Over there in the previous one we have taken I minus 2 now, because we were having two values less than in every new row. In your question number 4 we are having only one less than elements in every row. It means the first element in the first row we are having 4 elements, in the second row we are having 3, in the third element we are having 2, in the fourth we are having 1. So the difference is of 1 now. So that is why you are doing I minus minus in this question. Okay, you try this question by your own. The code is very simple. You just grab the iSky value of capital P as well as capital V, and you try this question on your own. Okay, in case of any difficulty you can let me know. Now see the fifth part of the same question number 11. See, again we are having inverted triangle, but we are having one slight difference in it, that in between every two letters we are having this star symbol with us. Okay, so we have to merge this star symbol in our output element. It means system.out.println whenever we are writing, so at that time we have to merge this star with us. Okay, now let us see how we are going to write down the code. Again, for every question I am saying that you no need to write down this java.util class, because it is for taking your input, and over here we are not going to take any input from the console. We are having our class, we are having our main function. Now see the loops. I equals to 69. Why? Because capital E's value was 69. I greater than equals to 65. Why? Because capital A's value was 65. And every time I minus minus, because we are having inverted triangle. Okay, now I int j equals to 65. Why? Because for every row we are starting with capital A, and j less than equals to I, j plus plus. Okay, so I hope that till now that you will be getting the concept of these loops, that how these loops are running. Yes, and see, when this condition becomes for true, then we will be getting character J appropriate letter for this integer value as well as this asterisk sign merged between them. Now let us see how we are going to get the output for the same. Over here let us take the value of I, and over here let us take the value of j. So previously, when first time this loop got executed, then i's value will be 69 and j's value will be 65. Yes, now see, condition is true, 65 less than equals to 69. So that is why we will be getting system.out.print firstly char j. Appropriate letter for this 65 was capital A. Yes, so we got the same thing on the screen. Now see, in double quotes we are having this star sign. So that is why after A we got this star sign. Now for the next iteration, when we got j++, so the value of j will become 66. Now condition is again true. So the same way we will be getting capital B with star symbol obviously. For the value that is 67, we will be getting C obviously with a star, and the same way D and the same way E. Okay, so this is how we are going to get our first row. Now for the next iteration, see i's value and j's value. So I value will got decremented by 1 because we are having I minus minus. So previously it was 69, now it becomes 68. Again j we are going to start from 65. So for j equals to 65 we will be getting appropriate character, that is capital A with a star. The value of j will got increment, it becomes 66. We got B star. Again for 67 we got C star. Again for 68 we got D star. And for 69 the value becomes false, we will be getting new line. Okay, for the third row, again the value of I will got decremented. The value was 68 by then, now it becomes 67. Again j will start from 65. Now we will be getting A star. For 66 we will be getting B star. For 67 we will be getting C star, and in the same way we are going to proceed till the very end. Okay, so this is how you are going to get this type of output for the same. Now, we are on our last part of this 11th question. See the question. We are having this kind of pattern, a block pattern we are having. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, 5 columns you are having and 4 rows we are having. Yes, in the first 2 rows we are having small case letters. In the next 2 rows we are having uppercase letters. And yes, remember one thing, we are having the same value throughout the row. Okay, now let us see how we are going to write down the program. Again skip this java.util. This is our class, this is our main function. Now we are going to take int a equals to 97. Now why we are taking this a equals to 97? Because firstly in our first row we are having small a, and the ASCII value of small a is 90. It is 97. Okay, that is why we are taking int a equals to 97. Now we are having, see, 5 columns we were having and 3 rows we were having. 5 columns, 3 rows, sorry, 4 rows we were having. So we are going to start from 1 till 4 because the first loop is for your rows, the second loop is for your column. Okay, so that is why the first loop we are running from I till 4 and the second loop we are running from 1 till 5. Okay, and every time we are going to print this char A with a single blank. Okay, then what will happen when this condition will got executed and this becomes false? So we have to increase the value of A, because see, in the next row we are getting what? We are getting capital B, sorry, small b. So the small b ASCII value was 98. So anyhow we have to increase the value of A na, then only we can point on to B. So that is why we are doing this A++. Now for this code, let us write down our execution statements, then you will understand very clearly. See, here is the value of I, here is the value of J. Now A we were having is 97. Okay, I's value was 1, J was running from 1. Okay, now again the condition is true, we are getting through this line, we are getting small a with us. Now for the next one, when j becomes 2, again small a. For j equals to 3, again small a. For 4, again small a. For 5, again small a. Now see, till 5 we have to move, so 5 times a we got. When j becomes 6, the condition will become false and it will come over here to a plus plus. And now a plus plus is going to give you 98 for now. And it will check if I equals to 2 or not. Yes, it will check if i's value will be 2 or not. So for now i's value was 1. Yes, so it will not execute this one. Directly it will be giving you this new line. So after printing this 5 times a, you came to new line. Okay, now again this i's value will increment. Again this I value will become 2 and j will be going to start from 1. And remember a's value was 98 for now. Okay, so for j equals to 1, the condition is true. We will be getting appropriate small b. For j equals to 2, again 1 time small b. For 3, again 1 time small b. Same goes for 4 as well as for 5. Okay, when the j's value becomes 6, this condition becomes false and it will come out of the loop. When it comes out of the loop, then a plus plus again will got executed and a will be 99 for now. Okay, but after that we are having if condition, and if is saying what? If I equals to 2. Now see, check the value of I. It is 2. Yes, so what it will be doing? It will be changing its value. A equals to 65. So it directly changing this pointer to 65. Now A is pointing to 65 for now. Okay, and we are having this new line. So first two rows you have secured of small a and small b. Now for I equals to 3, we are having a equals to 65 and j equals to again 1. So j's value will run from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again the same value you will be getting capital A, capital A, capital A, capital A, capital A. 5 times capital A you will be getting. Okay, when j's value becomes 6, the condition becomes false and we come over here a plus plus. Now see, the value of a 65, it will become 66 for now. Yes, now again this condition will not get executed. I equals to 2 because i's values got incremented. It becomes 3 for now. So simply a new line will got inserted. Yes, so over here is your cursor. So we have secured now 3 rows. Now let us see for the last execution. We are having a equals to 66. I will run from 4 and j's value will be 1. So again the same thing, j value will run from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and same thing we will be getting b 5 times. Yes, when the value of j becomes 6, it will come out of the loop and a plus plus will got executed. We got 67. Yes, again new line, cursor is over here. Now again it will jump on and check and give I plus plus. I will be giving you 5. Now see the condition of I less than equals to 4. The condition is false. It will come out of the loop. So that is how you are going to get this overall pattern through this program. Okay, so this was our last program for this chapter. So with this we have completed our unsolved Java programs also. In case you are having any doubt in it, then you can let me know. Okay, and then furthermore we are going to start our next chapter, that is our third chapter. Okay, so this is for this video. Thank you so much.